Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a £300 build. This build's actually surprisingly really good for the money, and yeah, let's get straight into this with the CPU. So, for the CPU, I chose the Intel Pentium G3258 CPU. It's a dual core, and it's actually on the Haswell architecture. This is the K Anniversary Edition, clocked at 3.2 GHz straight out the box, and it's on the 1150 socket, and it is a really good overclocker. You can actually overclock this with the stock heatsink, but I recommend picking up something like a Hyper 212, a lower end aftermarket heatsink, so you can get really good results with your overclocking on this. But overall, it is a really good CPU, and it will be perfect for this price bracket. Now, this came in at about £50, £47.98, £48, really good for this CPU. So yeah, definitely check this one out. For the motherboard, I chose the MSI Z97 G41 PC May ATX motherboard. It's an Intel Zen 87 chipset. It can hold 32 gigs of RAM, and it has USB 3 support. It's on the 1150 socket, so it is compatible with our CPU as you need it to be, and it came in at £50.90. Overall, it's a really good board, and it's full ATX, so it fits in our case nicely, and overall it just really is a good board for the price. For the RAM, I chose the HYPERX Fury Series 4GB DDR3 1600MHz speed, and it's only 4GB. I know you can actually upgrade this later down the line to 8GB if you want and run it in dual channel, but I decided to save a bit on the RAM and put a bit more towards the graphics card, as it is only a £300 build. Try and get the most out of what we can. So yeah, only 4GB, but that should do for now. You can again upgrade later down the line for an extra £30. This is £31.34, so really good for 4GB of RAM and should suit the build nicely. For the hard drive, I chose a Western Digital 1TB 3.5-inch internal drives, Caviar Blue Edition, and Western Digital always make good drives. I've got one in my personal rig, and this comes in at $39.99. Really reliable, really quiet, really good drives. Overall, they're just really good drives. Not much more I can say. Yeah, as I said, £40, really good for this drive, and I will move on to the power supply. For the power supply, we have the EVGA 500B, it's a 500 watt 80 plus bronze PC power supply, and 80 plus bronze means you'll save a little bit on your bill, your electric bill, and 500 watts should power this build no problem and leave some room for upgradability. Maybe you want to add extra hard drives, maybe upgrade your graphics card, maybe stick another card in there. It's really up to you, but 500 watts is certainly enough. This came in at £35.82, so almost £36. Really good for a 500 watt power supply, and EVGA are a very trustworthy company. So for the graphics card, I chose the SAPPHIRE R7 260X, a 1GB GDDR5 memory, and it is a really good graphics card for the price. It only came in at £78, which is really good for a £300 build. AMD make good cards, and the 60X is the lower end of the cards, but you can't really be expecting too much for £300. So yeah, it's a really good card for the price, and it suits the build nicely. For the case, I chose the Cooler Master N300. This is the N series case of Cooler Master's line, and it's an ATX case, has support for USB 3, and it only came in at £32.17. The case doesn't do anything special for me, but it is a really nice plain case, and it should house all of our components really well at a cheap price. So yeah, that's why I chose it. If you want to change the case, by all means go ahead and find one that suits yourself, but remember, you haven't got a lot to spend considering that it's only a £300 build. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel for more PC builds. I've got some other video ideas coming up in the future also, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.